Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Hisui Cup and running a different team here. We're going to start with the Toxicroak paired with the Abomasnow. Okay, and we're going to end it off with the Froslass. So double ice in the back. Got a great lead. They switch into the Gastrodon. We're going to switch into the Shadow Abomasnow here. Going to be able to tank all of these moves. Body Slam does go through, and we have a decision to make. We're going to go for the Energy Ball, or we're going to go for the Weather Ball. We're going to go for the Energy Ball for the one-hit KO potential. Okay, that doesn't happen. It's okay. Our opponent is going to be able to get to another Body Slam here. Do we decide to let it go? We don't. We actually shield here. And then we're going to throw on Optimal Timing. This Icy Wind is potentially going to KO. Let's see. Okay, they do shield. So they decided to go for the double shield, and we're going to go for another Icy Wind here. This Icy Wind does take out the Gastrodon anyway, so unfortunately for them, that was not the play because we had the Icy Wind to deep up their attack, and they were trying to farm us down. All right, next, let's see what we find. Shadow Abomasnow, obviously very fragile, but against some of these Flyers and Gastrodon's pretty decent. All right, we do have kind of a core breaker here with this Froslass. We're gonna stay in and play this out as the Toxicroak is doing a decent amount of damage considering all things. Here, our only choice here is to catch a Avalanche. Okay, so we do catch the Avalanche on our own Froslass, which is great. They switch into their own counter user. They're going to be able to get to another move here. Probably the Blaze Kick. Ends up being the Blaze Kick. Takes out the Froslass. Makes sense. But now we have a potential to have Toxicroak with a ton of energy. And now that they revealed that they have the Blaze Kick, we know when they're going to be able to get to their move. So that's a full farm down right here. Now we have Toxicroak with a ton of energy. We're going to go for this Shadow Ball immediately. We need the shield or the KO. Huge. And then they're going to be able to get to their Toxicroak in the back, which is terrible because Toxicroak is going to do, is going to at least get a one move in here. We're going to have to decide whether this is the Mud Bomb or are they going to potentially throw like a weird move. So we do shield the Mud Bomb, mainly because we want to keep this as healthy as possible before these counters add up. And luckily, the Energy Ball, even though it was resisted, was enough damage to take him low enough so that our Fastness was able to win right there. So GG's to our opponent right there. Woo, close. That was not looking great at the end right there, but the Shadow Abomasnow coming in clutch. All right, we got the Toxicroak versus this Drapion. Drapion does not really want to see this Toxicroak because it's able to get to these Mud Bombs. So we don't have to show this first one. They don't have any moves that can one-hit KO us. Ends up being the Aqua Tail. And we want to make sure we use this energy efficiently. So we're going to throw this Mud Bomb. We do get them low enough. They switch out into the Gastrodon here. So interesting that they decided to switch out of there. The Gastrodon is able to get to these Body Slams like we discussed earlier, but this time we're going to go for these Icy Winds because we want them to be debuffed as soon as possible, and then we want to be able to tank these Body Slams a little bit better. Still gonna hurt because this is a Shadow Abomasnow, but that right there is able to help us survive, and we're going to go for this Icy Wind for the alignment because they're going to let it go. Ooh, ends up being the Froslass in the back with some energy. We're going to come in with our Toxicroak here because we believe that we can potentially get a shield by farming up to a potential Shadow Ball. We do get the shield, which is great. And we're going to try to get to another Mud Bomb. No additional Mud Bomb there, which is a bad situation because they do get the farm down. And now we are in big trouble unless we can call some baits. First call was successful. They go for the Avalanche bait. Here, we're going to have to shield because even these Avalanches now are going to add up. Okay, and then our opponent here is going to throw another move here. Do we decide to shield? No shield here. Another Avalanche. They go for the quick switch. Doesn't quite work out. But they are able to come back in with the Froslass with a 1 shield. And we're trying to get to another move. And unfortunately, we get farmed down right there. So GG's to our opponent right there. Unable to come back from that lead right there. The Froslass farming down our Toxicroak was the demise of us. Definitely should have switched out. Alright, another great lead. They're going to switch into their Gliscor. We're going to switch into our Abomasnow. This is doing some heavy fast move damage already into the yellow, low yellow. This Gliscor knows only the Night Slash, so we're going to be able to... Oh, we're going to be able to survive the first Night Slash, but this second Night Slash, we're going to have to shield, unfortunately. So, not bad for that Gliscor, able to get to 2 Night Slashes and force us to shield. Okay, we're going to go for this Energy Ball because we're going to only be able to get to 1 move. Our opponent does shield. We're going to go into our Toxicroak immediately, and they're going to be able to get to a move here. So we have to decide, is this Toxicroak going to be worth keeping in the back? We decided yes, and unfortunately, that was not the decision because they do have the Cresselia in the back. This Cresselia is going to be able to tank our Shadow Ball, plus they're going to be able to get to these Moon Blasts. Potential debuff, we do avoid it. We're going to go with the Shadow Ball. Maybe they don't shield and we get this Cresselia low enough, but that's not the case. Now we're going to have to try to get to a move. They did a great job throwing the move right before we get to ours. And another Moonblast goes through, and we're going to go for this Shadow Ball right here. This Shadow Ball will KO this Cresselia. And now it's going to be... Oh, just barely didn't KO. We do get 1 counter fast move, and we're going to try to get to a move here. Oh, and we do barely survive. And we are able to get to this Mud Bomb right there. I think that 1 extra counter from that Cresselia won us the game right there. So, GG's to our opponent. Let's see if we can end up on a good note. We got 1 more game to show here. So far, the Toxicroak with a little bit of energy has come in clutch. Even beating the Cresselia and the Empoleon that last game. So we got a mirror match here. This is going to be... First, we're going to find out who wins the CAP tie. They win the CAP tie, so not great for us. Got to invest a shield here. And let's see what we do on this next one. Are we going to try to catch a move, or are we going to allow them to throw the move and double shield? Looks like we are going to switch out, and so did they. They switch out into the Drapion. We switch out into the Froslass. Obviously, if I would have known that, I would have gone with the Abomasnow right there. But we are going to be able to get a shield or big damage. They decide to let it go. They come back in with their Froslass, and that is not great for us because Froslass with that energy, like we just showed, is not the best situation. So our only hope here is to try to get a shield. We farm up to a Shadow Ball, we throw this a Mud Bomb. No shield from our opponent. Wow, what a no shield right there. They're going to be able to throw this triple axle and take out our Toxicroak really easily. And now all they have to do is just go for these triple axles because they're already boosted. And okay, they have the crunch version. Okay, well, we went from bad to worse in that situation. But check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.